A declaration addressed as an open letter to the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and to the Nigerian people by the group Catholic Priests for Good Governance. Your Excellency, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Chief Bola HMMED Tinubu GCFRN, and our dear people of Nigeria at home and in the diaspora. It is with a deep sense of patriotism and fraternity, which unite us across ethnic borders, that we, Catholic priests who belong to the platform Priests for Good Governance, after long and patient reflection and deliberations, make this declaration. We have listened to the cries of our people yearning for the security of their lives and properties. We have seen them die of hunger and sicknesses that are preventable, and we have felt deep pain at the speed and magnitude of the collapse of all aspects of our national life. We have also seen with ethical disgust the height of insensitivity and public display of arrogance, profligacy, dishonesty, and lack of respect from people who are charged with the duty of serving the public in various capacities in our government. We have prayed patiently for a change of course that will reflect the renewed hope promised to Nigerians, and have concluded that it is either this administration is out of touch with the reality of the sufferings that ravage our people, just doesn't care, or has an agenda of using impoverishment as a tool of manipulation and control. Therefore, in the consciousness of our prophetic roles as the voice of the voiceless, spiritual fathers, and vanguards of the grassroots of our society, and having measured the pulse of our nation at this difficult moment, in view of the proposed protests against bad governance, we make the following declarations. That we, Catholic Priests for Good Governance, aware of the inalienable and constitutional rights of people everywhere to express their dissatisfaction over biting and degrading economic and political situations, as is presently the case in Nigeria, have a moral obligation to encourage all under our pastoral care who wish to join the planned national protests to feel free to do so wherever they can. We encourage them to eschew violence, and we also request the Inspector General of Police to deploy security personnel to keep hoodlums in check and ensure that no one is harmed during the protest. We pledge our moral support to all interest groups that are passionate to see the regime of good governance in our country, Nigeria. As citizens, religious and moral leaders, as well as among the principal victims of insecurity and abductions for ransom, we want every Nigerian of goodwill to know that this is not the time for complacency or fear of repercussions. We either rise up together and confront the monster of bad governance, or we all perish under its stranglehold. We, therefore, request our government to take the following steps to bring our dear nation back to the path of peace, security, and prosperity. Immediate reinstatement of the fuel subsidy regime and the lowering of the petrol and diesel pump price to not more than 200 naira per litre to reduce the cost of living and hardship for the people. Immediate amendment of the 2022 Electoral Act to enforce a mandatory use of BVAS and IREV by INEC and an all-year-round continuous registration of voters. We demand the implementation of the Justice Away report and request that the appointment of the INEC chairman be entrusted to the judiciary, precisely the NBA, and no longer the president. Immediate implementation of Nigeria's National Conference 2014 report, which recognizes and upholds the power of the people and recommends a restructuring of Nigeria to align with the reality of our religious and cultural diversity. Immediate implementation of the Steve Orensay report and a transparent execution of its recommendations for cutting the cost of governance. We declare our readiness to stand in solidarity with all aggrieved Nigerians until we see that the government has initiated honest and transparent actions to see that all the above demands are met. We demand that ethnic profiling by spokespersons of the government must stop immediately, and any government staff that makes public utterances to stoke ethnic resentments be severely disciplined forthwith as a deterrent against future occurrences. We urge Nigerians to remain steadfast and resolute in demanding and effecting good governance and corruption-free public service in our country. We assure you all of our blessings as we stand closely by your side and exercising our constitutional right to peaceful protest to ensure that we rid our troubled nation of the pestilence of bad and corrupt leadership that is mortgaging the future of our children. We salute all good, courageous, and liberal-minded Nigerians who have raised their voices in support of the call for a renaissance, healthy, and progressive Nigerian state. May the Almighty God bless our struggle with success. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We remain, sincerely, your servants in the service of God and humanity. Given on Wednesday, July 24, 2024 by Priests for Good Governance in Nigeria.